With her, what I'm looking at the most is just going to kind of touch up a few things for her running mechanics, her approach, and also just kind of how she runs to the bar. So she does 10 steps, which is awesome. But the first thing I'm noticing is out the back, she has a different run out than she does on her other jumps. So as you see on this one, she steps out of it. This one, she kind of pushes out of it. What's going to happen is if this is inconsistent out the back, it's going to make everything towards the end a little bit harder for her. So what we want to do is try to make her replicate the same push out the back every single rep. So she's running 10 steps, which means that we're looking for 5 straight, 5 on the curve. So let's try to get her to run at least 3 to 4 of those steps nice and consistent so it has the same push out, the same stride length, and essentially she's kind of covering the same amount of distance. Now, you don't have to get too technical in this part, but just get it to where it's comfortable and it looks the same every time. As she's moving in, you see her arms aren't really doing anything besides like kind of flaring back and forth. Get her to have more active arms. Telling her to kind of keep her wrist locked, trying to get the wrist to go ear to hip, which will help just keep the arms more active and give her some more momentum as she moves into her takeoff. Now, as she moves into takeoff, as you can see, she starts to run parallel to the bar in her last 2 steps, maybe even the 3 steps. You want to maybe adjust her approach so that she's not running so parallel to the bar. Instead, she's able to run at it where that plant foot's going to kind of be perpendicular to the bar, and her body, instead of facing, let's say, that building across from us, her body would now be facing that back corner of the pit, giving her the ability to kind of run over her takeoff leg rather than take off past it. This is more so taking off past her takeoff leg. What I look for in this is as her foot leaves the ground, all of her body is pretty much to the left of the bar, or to the left of her foot, which means she's jumping into the bar. So I'm pretty sure at the higher heights, like 5 feet, she's probably smacking it going up because of that exact reason. So if you kind of adjust her approach, make it so that she's not running so parallel to the bar, have her kind of push out a little bit more aggressively, but also consistently, and then get those arms active, you're going to find a lot of changes in her jump. Last but not least, what I'll critique on is, that's not going to be too difficult, is when she's taking off, try to get her to drive that left leg across the chest and get her to jump that arm up. I always tell my athletes to think of it like a game of basketball. If you're going for a layup, you're going to be jumping up. You wouldn't go in. It's the same concept here. On the ground, if she brings in some aggressiveness, some speed, uses her arms, kind of creates some good stride lengths, the momentum she builds from her approach is what's going to get her into the bar. At takeoff, she just needs to jump up in the air and let that knee go across the chest. Her left knee across the right side of the body is all she needs to do, and it's going to give her a better rotation over the bar. And you honestly might see her jump about a 5.52 bar just off of the small changes like that. So if you have any questions on this, just let me know. But I would start there with her.